Hello everyone, my name is Radio Mike, this is the Inside of My Mind. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for being here. Today I just wanted to do a quick video talking about something that's been on my mind recently. My last video I did was talking about the reveal of Paper Mario the Origami King, which is coming very soon to the Nintendo Switch, and I think it's great that we're seeing a potential return to form for the Paper Mario series and a return to the basics and the roots of that game, so go and check that video out. But it has got me thinking, and I have started to hear people talking and a few rumors about whether or not we think that Paper Mario has a chance of being in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as part of the second Fighter Pass. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about it, and I'm really not sure at this stage, but I did want to have a little bit of a discussion about it on this video. While I've got you, I would love it if you could support me by subscribing to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment. That'd be really great. It'd be great to continue building a subscriber base, and I really appreciate your support, so thanks for doing that. So as for whether Paper Mario could be part of the second DLC Fighter Pass, I'm really on the fence about this, but I will say that personally, it's something that I do want to happen, and I think it would be a really good fit for the franchise for a number of reasons. I did do a predictions video for who I think are going to be the next characters in the Fighter Pass, and I did not mention Paper Mario in that because at that point I didn't think there was a chance. Now I think the chances have gone up, but I'm still unsure if it'll happen or not. I think that Paper Mario could be an amazing fit for this game, especially because he would be a really unique fighter that they could do a lot that reflect the mechanics of his game. One of the main features of the character is that he's made of paper, so he's essentially flat and 2D, and I know that that's already kind of represented in the game with Mr. Game & Watch, who is also a flat character, but I will say that that is in a different way in the sense that Mr. Game & Watch is supposed to be reflective of the fact that he's from an LCD screen as opposed to being made of paper. So I think they could definitely make it work, and Paper Mario could even have just a little bit more thickness to Mr. Game & Watch. But gameplay-wise and moveset-wise, I think Paper Mario just has this incredible potential to be a very unique fighter. And the reason that I think that is that the timing-based mechanics in the fighting style of his video game series, particularly in the ones that I'm familiar with, which is predominantly Paper Mario 64 and a little bit of Thousand Year Door, and this is kind of where I'm drawing from predominantly. The main thing about the Paper Mario series in those games, as well as the Mario and Luigi RPG series and Super Mario RPG, which was sort of the basis of both of those series, is that they use a timing-based action battle mechanic in an RPG turn-based setting that is almost like rhythmic in some way. It's almost like a rhythm RPG game where if you press certain button inputs with certain timings, the amount of damage you do will increase. And the basic moves that Mario uses in this game tend to be jumping-based attacks and hammer-based attacks. I think that implementing the timing-based mechanics for Paper Mario's moveset would be really cool. For example, I think the side smash could be Paper Mario doing the standard hammer attack and the charge-up lights appearing on the screen, and letting go on the third light does the most damage, whereas letting go on one of the first two lights does less, and letting go after the third light does less as well. So it's sort of more about hitting the sweet spot in the timing, which not a lot of characters really tend to have. Like predominantly with smash attacks, it's like the longer you charge them, the more damage you'll do, but the riskier it becomes because you're kind of in that stuck animation for the time until you choose to release it. Whereas with Paper Mario, I think it would be more about not going under, but not going over, and trying to get that sweet middle ground of the charge up to do the most possible damage. I don't think there's really a character that has a mechanic like that, so I think it would be really unique, and I personally think that for the DLC characters, we are really seeing a lot of unique gameplay mechanics. Whether that's a character like Joker, who summons arson, or Terry Bogard, who has like the super combo attacks when he gets over a certain percentage, or Banjo, who has the Wonder Wing, which only has 5 uses per stock. They all have these mechanics that are unique to them and bring a new fighting style to the game that we haven't seen before. And I do believe that Paper Mario can bring that. Obviously, another big part of Paper Mario's gameplay style is the partner characters in those first 2 games, and I don't see it happening as the partner characters following Mario around or Paper Mario around in Smash the way they would in the Paper Mario RPGs. I don't see it happening like that, but I do see the special moves being Mario utilizing some of the moves that the partner characters had. For example, just off the top of my head, for a recovery move and up special, Mario could summon Paracari, who's the paratrooper from Paper Mario 64, and he flies him up the same way he can fly Mario across gaps in the Paper Mario game. Or perhaps even the side special could be Mario kicking the, I can't remember his name, but there's a standard Koopa Trooper with a blue shell who's the partner character in Paper Mario 64, and almost functioning the way Squirtle's side special works, except more as a projectile that Paper Mario launches as opposed to Squirtle, who actually takes his whole body and does the attack. I just think little nods to the partner characters and using them in specials would be really, really cool, and I would love to see that happen. Talking from more of a business perspective and like a commercial perspective, because as I like to remind people, at the end of the day, Nintendo is a business and they want to make money off this. So it is in their best interest to include things that they think will help them make money. And that's why the next character, ARMS, is a really good choice. It's a first-party character. It can raise interest and raise awareness for a series and a game like ARMS and get people to maybe go out and buy ARMS, or get people interested in an ARMS sequel or the characters in ARMS in general. It is really, really in Nintendo's commercial interest to put a character from ARMS in this game. Paper Mario kind of works the same way, and I think that including him in the DLC Fighter Pass would help both drive sales to Paper Mario the Origami King, which is definitely a game they'd want to move a lot of copies of, but also just raise interest in the Paper Mario series as a whole. Who knows what they could do? Like maybe they even remaster or remake the original few games and put them out as a collection and get people more interested and more aware in Paper Mario. It's all commercial and marketing and business for them, and I think it would be a pretty good move. That being said, I don't know if Paper Mario is a big enough or popular enough franchise for Nintendo to put him in. Like, I don't know if he would draw people to Smash, but I guess it does work both ways. Like, you've got the thing where a character like Banjo or Terry Bogard or the hero from Dragon Quest draws new people to Smash and gets those people paying money, whereas a character like ARMS would draw people not to Smash, but will get people already in Smash to look elsewhere for something like ARMS, which is how Paper Mario would work. So it's really, really exciting to still be speculating on this stuff. Obviously, it's all been very, very quiet recently because of the whole pandemic situation, and I think there's been a lot of hold up from Nintendo with the DLC Fighter Pass. It's great to see they're putting out a new Paper Mario game. I would be totally happy and absolutely stoked if I saw him in the new Super Smash Bros. So I've got my fingers crossed. I don't mind either way, but I think some Super Mario RPG representation would be amazing in Super Smash Bros, especially if it's Paper Mario. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinion. Do you think it would work? Do you think it wouldn't work? Let me know. I'm really keen to hear. Subscribe to my channel, as I said, and support me by listening to my podcasts. I do two. One's called 20th Century Boy. That's about my day-to-day life as a podcast and radio producer from Melbourne, Australia. Or the Popped Podcast, which is a more in-depth look at pop culture, kind of like this video in podcast form. And finally, my band Release the Sounds is a comedy punk rock band, which I think you should definitely check out on Spotify. It's a bit of fun, and I'd love for you to listen to it. That's all from me. My name's been Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind. Catch you later.
You were attached to string. You were a puppet this whole time. You were attached to string. You were a puppet this whole time. I think back to the meal we ate. I really should have noticed then. You were spilling food all down your